Hello there and Happy New Year. Welcome to Applied Statistics. I'm Cindy Roberts. I will be here with you every step of the way. The first thing I would do is certainly get into the course. The course officially starts January 7th. That's a Monday. And kind of just have a look around. Some of the main things you want to do is definitely find the syllabus. So when you go into and you look at all the learning modules, you will see the start here, and this will give you the actual breakdown of the course. Now, another really important area is the announcements. I know a lot of times students don't read the announcements. Read the announcements. They're very helpful. I post even problems in here, some of your homework problems. If a student asks a question and I think, well, this will probably benefit the entire class, I post those in here as well. You can find all my contact information. But what I do each week is I overview what you're going to be studying. Okay, so you'll have an overview of the material that will be covered. Notice here it even gives you the chapters and the sections that you will be reading. I also list all the assignments, the graded assignments and their due dates. Don't forget, this seems to get forgotten a lot, is that with discussions, your initial post, they are due on Thursdays. You don't want to miss those points. So be sure you get your initial post in. And then you're going to see you have homework problems. And those homework problems are in the lab. So when you come in here and you go back, let's go back to the learning modules, you're going to see what's called MyStatLab. And once you get into MyStatLab, you're going to see all these assignments. And when you go into an actual assignment, you're going to like the lab because the lab gives you some help with questions. You're not really sure how to actually solve a problem. You can work the problem over and over until you get it right. That part is nice. So let's say I don't know, and I check my answer, says it's wrong, check it, it's wrong, final check, and it gives me the correct answer. But then watch this behind the scenes. If I say, well, I don't know, well, I guess this one has more than one part. I got to get through all the parts. Let's hope I don't guess too many of them correctly. There we go, final check. Okay, this must be a long one. Check. Final check. Okay. Wow, how many parts? Now you're going to see like, oh, she's fooling us. There's only 10 questions, but they have lots of parts. Okay. Once you get through and you've missed any part even, what you could do is you can click similar question. And what happens, it gives you a new one. And then you can rework this. If you spend the time, you should get 100 on every homework assignment. The other things that are helpful, this question help, the help me solve this will help you work that problem right there, and then they'll give you another one. View an example, we'll go through step by step how you could solve this. StatCrunch, I'm going to mention this a little bit more in a second, is a program like Excel that will solve a lot of this for you. Here is one of the most helpful parts, is Ask My Instructor. Well, I can't click on it because I'm in preview mode. When you click on that, it sends me your exact problem because these numbers are randomly generated. And if you just say, hey, Cindy, I don't know how to do question number 1 on homework 1, I'll be like, well, I can give you an example, but it'd be better if you sent me your exact problem. Okay, so as I mentioned, you're going to have all these homeworks that are due in the lab on Sundays. They're all due on Sundays. The other part, back to the announcements that you're not going to ignore, right? Every week after I do the overview of what you're actually learning, I put a list of videos. These are wonderful. What they do is the general video just walks you through the overview of the course. And then if there's any general topics. Then there's videos that hold your hand and walk you through step by step how to use StatCrunch on the homework or Excel. I put, you really should pick one over the other, but as I've noticed students in the past, some problems they like Excel, some problems they prefer StatCrunch. So you can use both of these. You should not be doing these problems by hand. Now, I realize I'm old school and new school, that I like to work a problem by hand with maybe a few data values. But then what happens if you have this data set with 1,000,000 data values? You don't want to do all that by hand, right? So go through the formula by hand first so that you understand it, but then you are going to want to use technology. You want to use technology. Don't be afraid of Excel. I will tell you, if you try to use Excel more, that's going to help you more in the real world, because everybody uses Excel, everybody knows how to use Excel. And in fact, you'll learn things that most people don't know how to use Excel for, with statistics. All right, so let's get started. I can't wait to meet you all. And once again, the course starts on Monday, January 7th. Let's have a great class.